Hey there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. That's easy for you to say. Welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and checking it out. If you could do me a favor and go ahead and hit the thumbs up button right now, because I think that really helps us to connect our energies, and you're more likely to get a reading that resonates for you. But if for some reason it doesn't resonate, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Sun sign has to do with the core of who you are. I'm having trouble shuffling your cards. I don't know what that's about, so we'll see. But that's kind of sticky, weird energy. This is really kind of... Alright, so, sun sign, core of you, rising sign. That's the personality that everybody sees. That's how you interact with the world. That's much better. And your moon sign is your... it's how you're going to react, feel, respond to the energies around you. So, I am going to do a love reading. It's going to follow the weekly. Okay, that felt pretty good. We'll go ahead and get started. So I will timestamp it so that you can skip right to it if you would like. But you should stick around, because so far what I have found is that the weekly seems to bleed into what the love reading is about. And so, oh, nice. Nice. Okay, let's do this. This looks really good. Really good. Oh, gosh. Okay, so look at this. There you are. You are striding forward. That is sun, just, I've got this. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling empowered. I'm on my game. And I know you're on your game, because we have the emotional cup, the Ace of Cups. It's teamwork, though, okay? This card, I never really think of this as a love card. I think of this as loving what you do, loving who you are, loving where you are in life. And then we have the Six of Wands, feeling victorious about it. I mean, that's some nice stuff going on there, Sagittarius. Especially after the last couple of readings we've done, where your energy looked pretty jacked up. It looks like you're pulling it together. Super happy for you. Looks very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So, on Monday, around noon, the moon is going to move into Taurus, and it's going to be there until like 10:30 on Wednesday night. So that's Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. Be sure to calculate for yourself. I'm not good at it. I've stopped trying. All right, so this moon in this position, this is about responsibility. This is about finding the most efficient way to manage things. This is about how can I work a new system, find a new way of looking at it to make the pieces work together in a much nicer way. And it's about finding the pleasure and the beauty in life and keeping the balance with the work-life balance. And honestly, with all this going on, Tuesday has really great energy for actually getting some stuff done. And so you might want to plan ahead and take advantage of that. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. So we have take time for nurturing, believe in your dreams, follow your passion, and oh, guess what? The sun showed up again. Shine forth. So this is a time for you to take care of yourself. That's that work-life balance, right? Find the pleasure and the beauty. Believe in your dreams and follow your passion. Believe in your dreams. Follow your passion. That's exactly what these cards are saying. And shine forth. So creative new project. Where Taurus for you is in your 6th house of work-life balance. So pretty much you can pick what you want, but you're moving into that partnership, into the transformation. So partnership could be work, and partnership could be relationships. So a personal, intimate kind of partnership. So that's kind of the energy we're working through this week. But I got to tell you, when we get to the energy of the weekend, it's kind of a little dicey. So I would really take advantage of the first part of the week where you're feeling motivated, where you're feeling strong, where you're going for what you want, especially if you're working on something with a work project. It looks really positive. On Thursday, the moon in Gemini there, it's all about how resilient are you? What have you learned? How do you take the information, from the things that you cut out of your life that weren't working, and you watched it grow, and now you kind of are looking at your reputation. Your reputation's on display, and you might be feeling a little proud about some things, and you should. You really should. So I think you're going to feel good about this week. This week looks really positive so far. Let's see what we have here. We have justice will prevail. Nice. A brilliant soulmate. No, solution. Sorry. Solution. A brilliant solution is on the way. That's creative problem solving at its best. And the energy here also, like on Thursday night, is a really good night to do some research. So if you're trying to do a little problem solving, I think you will have a really good opportunity, especially with that moon in Gemini, to really click into it and figure it out. We have emotional flow. Nice. That's that Ace of Cups energy. Pure male energy. That's that Six of Wands energy. That's that pure male energy is the I can get it done energy. It's that masculine, let's get this thing done here. And we have love who you are. Shine forth. Love who you are. Love who you are. This week looks so much opportunity for success. I so much don't want you to let the little goblins in your head, the little self-doubts creep in, because they have no space. Don't give them any energy, because what I'm seeing here looks amazing. On the weekend, though, your intuition is going to be strong because the moon is in Cancer and you have good intuition to begin with. But that's at a really uncomfortable angle. And so I think you're going to find that your intuition is going to help you lead to a transformation, which may be making you a little stressy. I think you're going to find most of the world's a little stressy. So count your blessings. Know that you are being protected, divinely guided and protected. If you're feeling a little emotional, allow yourself to feel emotional. And you know the fire signs don't particularly enjoy that. But don't get down on yourself. But also watch out for those around you who might be a little into their feels. And just write it out. The moon's only in Cancer for 2.5 days. You can do it. It's the weekend, duck and cover, right? So let's get a little guidance on that. So yeah, we have transform and triggers. Okay, so your intuition can really can trigger something that's going to transform in your life. You have a real opportunity this week to completely change the way you view the world, the way you do things, the way it's going, because the sun is, you are so supported. I feel like you're going to be all bright and sunshiny, and so high energy and overcoming obstacles and jumping hurdles in a kind of a group activity that feels very nice and very supportive, and I think you're really going to really like it. What a nice reading. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a crystal card, and then we'll get into the love portion, and I will timestamp that so that people can jump ahead if they want. But, you know, let's see what the crystal card is. What a great week. I'm so happy for you. You guys had a couple of rough ones there. It's hard to keep a good Sagittarius down, isn't it? All right, you have Seraphonite. My mind and spirit are connected with each other in the divine. Yeah, you got a great week ahead. Listen to your intuition. Follow your gut. You know what you need to do. You know what you're going to need to know. And so trust it and go for it. Victory looks really in the cards. Right? Ha ha ha. All right, so let's go ahead and start the love reading. I'm going to do the 9-card spread. If you've not seen my channel before, thank you so much for checking it out. But I have it set up with we cover the past, present, and future, thoughts, feelings, and actions. The center card is the key to the situation. I have assigned Lenormand houses to the different positions that, I don't know, I got into my intuition and said, oh, this feels right. That's kind of how I did it. Oh my God, the key to your situation is a soulmate situation. We are talking love. Okay, this is the love portion. Nice. Okay. All right, let's see what else we get here. Wow. I just want to say you guys had some tower moments recently, so I'm kind of a little nervous about what else we're going to see here. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the overall energy is chaos and conflict. This is surrounding a soulmate situation, but I am going to show you the card underneath it was the tribe, and so I feel like chaos and conflict, but if you can ride out the storm, you're going to get to where you need to go. So hang in there. All right, let's see what we get. In the recent past, you've been seeking information and knowledge and guidance from your higher power, from your higher self, from spirit, trying to unlock the key, trying to gain the information to access to how to best handle this situation that's been going on. I'm sure the Tower moment sent everybody a little chaos and conflict that has rattled some windows and doors, right? So, in order to transform, okay, so we've had that transformative energy happening in Cancer over the weekend coming up, right? And it was about using your intuition, and now you have and it was in your house of transformation, and this is the house of transformation in this layout, and you have imagined. So I really want you to pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, your imagination. It could be dreams, it could be daydreams, it could be, if you're in meditation, what are you seeing, what are you thinking, what are you feeling? There's messages coming in that will bring about this transformation. Remember, this card here says my mind and spirit are connected with each other and the divine. So I feel like this is a highly intuitive opportunity for you to figure out what you need to do in order to transform your life. And here we go. Here we go. In the future, you are moving, it says between worlds, but look, moving out of the gray into the bright, beautiful light. And so hang in there. What is it that you want? I think that when you're imagining the kind of relationship that you want with someone, it is best not to be specific about what the other person is, what they look like, who they are, what they do for a living. I think it's best to be specific about how this relationship makes you feel. Do you feel loved? Do you feel supported? Do you feel connected? Do you feel like they're your best friend and you could share? These are the kind of qualities that will have a relationship that will sustain and last and endure. And so if what you're thinking about is more superficial, then it makes for shaky ground. So focus on the real qualities that you want in someone. You want someone who's a teammate, or, someone, whatever your value system is. It is good for you to imagine, figure out what it is. Don't take mine, pick your own. Okay, so in the recent past, there's been some anxiety about a fork in the road, and it could have been when the Tower brought everything down. So, I feel like you knew there was a change coming, and you were, okay, but look, time to go. So, here's what it looks like from where I'm sitting, right here with the chaos, the conflict, the fork in the road, the time to go. I feel like you had a soulmate. This is not your twin flame. This is not the soulmate you were supposed to spend the rest of your life with. I feel like you're in a situation where you have encountered in an emotional way. Now, if this is a love reading, but I'm also thinking like this could be somebody that you're interacting with, a friend, okay? It could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be that who has created chaos and conflict in your tribal situation, and they were here to teach you a lesson about yourself. And now it's time to let them go is kind of what this is looking like here. And yeah, change in the wind was the obstacle. So yeah, this is the Tower moment showing up over here. And you've been in this situation before. So when this is in the place of the action and the information coming in, I think you're like, wait, I have been here before. But now I see things from a higher perspective. I've learned something. I gained some knowledge. I'm going to take that wisdom with me moving forward, but it's best to detach yourself and allow yourself to learn the lessons and allow yourself to move forward because it's not for you. Okay, look, you are between worlds. You're moving out of the dark into the light. It's time to go. Not for you. Chaos and conflict, fork in the road. Whew. All right, so Sagittarius. And this is, of course, not all Sagittarius. So if this is not your story, check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, okay? The there are many Sagittariuses that, and this could be, again, it's not necessarily, this is the love reading, but we love our friends, and sometimes we love our family. There are other situations where this could apply. Soulmates are here to teach us lessons that are important. We agreed to come here and learn them. What I don't see here is I don't see you falling apart. Because what did we see? We saw this. I don't see you falling apart. Okay? What I see is you figuring it out. Like, okay, all right, this isn't for me. This situation doesn't work for me. This actually feels, in my head right now, it feels so much clarity is what I've got going on in my head right now. So you have two lovely, really lovely cards. Okay, dreams coming true. So clearing out what doesn't work, what's not for you, so that you can make space in your life for what is for you. Really important. Make sure you're imagining what it is that you want. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the strengthening of bonds. It's an opportunity to find that relationship that is actually built on a sturdier foundation than that tower that we saw last week or the week before. An opportunity to build that solid foundation for something that can really grow and make your dreams come true. Okay? So this situation, I think you're looking at going, yeah, no, this wasn't for me. And that's good. That's good. It feels so reasonable and rational, which, you know, is wonderful. Okay. Let's see what we have here. You know, and I see this dreams coming true here and this imagine. And this is for the next 30 days. And so in that time frame, we will be moving into Scorpio. And Scorpio is your 12th house. Your 12th house is hopes, goals, dreams, wishes. What do you want to create? And so I think really thinking about where do you want to lay the foundation. In one of my other decks, the Ace of Pentacles is depicted by a construction worker laying the bricks of a foundation of a building. So imagine what it is that you want. Imagine what your tribe really looks like. Imagine what do you want this to look like? You learn something from this experience. You absolutely learn something from this experience. Okay. I wasn't sure. It was communication, but I don't feel like that card was... For some of you, that might have been the key, but it doesn't feel like it. Oh, wrong deck. Okay, these cards are amazing. I may end up reading the whole part. I might read part of it. We'll see. But these have very practical advice about steps you can take to, learn something, see things from a higher perspective, mature, so that you can lay that sturdy foundation for what you want going forward. So these are cards that are designed to help you know you better, to help you figure out what you can do to continue on your path. So we have the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine says that it is time for you to, in a relationship, make sure that you are not a doormat and that you are giving, yes, but that you are not overgiving, that you have healthy boundaries and that you are receiving from others. And so this is about you allowing yourself to stand up for yourself, to go for it with this energy. It's very following your passions. I'm gonna pop into it real quick, but I've seen that one come up a lot lately for a number of people in readings. It seems to be a thing. The Divine Masculine can move mountains, yet be incredibly subtle at the same time. He needs to return to the feminine forces regularly to replenish himself, while in the past was regarded as a weakness, leading to the distorted approach of the attempting to dominate and to control the feminine. You have drawn this card today because your masculine energy needs to create or to achieve something, to bring a project to fulfillment, conclusion, for the good of all, and to let go of the idea that you are weak because you need nurturing and the support of the feminine. Now, everybody has divine masculine and divine feminine in themselves. So this is about standing up for yourself. This is about taking some action. This is about doing what you need to do. This is about giving, but not dominating and not being dominated. I might have confused that card. I think there's one in here that's called, it's when the divine masculine's off balance. I can't remember what it's called. So I apologize for that. So I'm glad I went to the book. So this is about being willing to take the action that you need to do to complete a project, to cross the finish line, to shine. Okay, but we have reparenting yourself. So if you're in a situation where either you didn't have a good relationship with your parents, or you didn't know your parents for whatever reason, maybe they died when you were young, maybe you went through adoption, maybe there's all kinds of ways that we get disconnected from our parents, either physically, mentally, or emotionally, right? Maybe they were unable to give you what you needed, the nurturing. This is the part where you nurture and you love yourself. So if you have been in a relationship where, again, you were the doormat, that is about the doormat, you don't have to give and give and give and give in order to receive love. You have to be understanding of the fact that you are entitled to take care of yourself. Don't be the doormat. Don't allow those voices in your head too. Like sometimes our parents didn't know better and they were trying to help and they said things that were very hurtful, and then we play those around in our head, and learning to let go of the negative voices in our head is helpful. This card has come to you today because your child aspect needs you to care for and reparent it now, even if you aren't aware of any specific experience or hurt. Your child aspect is saying, I need you. Can't change the past, right? We can't, but we can move forward. There's some suggestions on this page. I'm just going to see. So this is about taking a meditation where you imagine yourself meeting yourself as a child and loving yourself and telling yourself all positive things. If that is like too much or too hard, or just, I think it starts with understanding that your inner child is scared or hurt or feels neglected or left out, and so sometimes what you have to do is, I found that for me, forgiving really helped. Like understanding that, obviously it hurt. My father died when I was 9. I just turned 9, and so I didn't have a dad, not really. And so there was just a lot of chaos that came from that. And so I always felt the need I had to prove myself to the world. And so I tried really hard all the time to step into the void and be able to do things and things that I thought that he would teach me. But he wasn't there to teach me. So I was like, I'm going to show him I could have done it anyways. It was kind of, anyway. So it took me a long time to realize, okay, wait, I am stronger for it, but that was a lot to put on a kid. There was a lot of responsibilities that were put onto all of my siblings and I as a result of this tear in the fabric of the family. And so, you know, a lot of the childhood parts that you think everybody should get, which really actually very few people get, weren't there. And so, you know, learning to understand that, okay, so what if your parent was there, but they just didn't know how to be nice to you because maybe their mom or dad wasn't nice to them and they were always demanding, and they learned that in order to teach you to be strong and to be effective and to get things done, you know, you need to do it right the first time and there's no room for error. And so there's all this, instead of accepting that you were a child, that you were learning. So what you do when you mess something up, instead of going, oh my gosh, I can't believe I messed that up, I shouldn't have messed that up, which was something I also had to work my way through, was that I was like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't get that right. So then I do it again, I'm like, oh, well, I did it better, I still didn't get it right. But I started to celebrate the steps, the progress, the ability to learn and to grow. And so then I realized that what I decided I was going to be proud of was the fact that I make a lot of mistakes. I try really hard not to make the exact same one twice, right? And so I try to always view things as learning opportunities and growth opportunities. And then I was able to let myself off the hook, because then it was like, oh, I'm just learning stuff. So whatever it takes, whatever that nurturing piece is that you need to give yourself. If your parent was always, or is still, really highly critical of you, write down the critical crap that you hear in your head all the time. Write it down. And then burn it and turn it over to spirit, because it isn't real. What other people think about you is none of your business. That's their opinion based on 95% of what people say and do has to do with themselves, not you. So what it is they're repeating to you the things that the voices in their head from their parents who got the voices in their head. So break the chain for yourself. Break the chain for yourself. And so when you burn that and you say, no, that's not who I am, then you start writing, I am statements. You know, I am capable. I am willing to learn. I can figure things out and I improve, or whatever the little voice in your head is that you're burning. Stop and look at yourself and go, what would you tell your child? And then tell yourself that. Honey, you did a really good job. Okay, so one of my children mowed the lawn for the first time and missed a few spots, like, you know, randomly pieces of grass were up. And I was like, okay. I go, well, here's the good news. You get to do it again next week. and he was really, like, very critical of himself. He's like, I can't believe that happened. And he felt really bad. And I'm like, it's really okay. It'll grow back next week when you do it. You know, you'll be better. But it doesn't look like when you do it. I've been mowing the lawn since I was 9. Dude, I have a lot of years. So, you know, just like allow that to be okay for yourself. Nurture yourself. And these are messages from Spirit, and it says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And the past is behind you. This is the part where you let go of the negative energies, the things that were not for you, and you allow yourself to grow. So maybe you think that, I should have known better than to get into this relationship. What'd you learn? Okay, do better next time. It's okay. So it says the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And look at that card. That is a path that's available, and look how it's all lit up and shiny. Spirit has a plan for you, a space for you. So whatever passed, it didn't work out. It wasn't supposed to. But you were probably supposed to learn something from it, because you have this card, the round and the round, which is, this is a karmic lesson. There was a nugget in there that's going to lead to your maturity. So step it back just a little bit and say, okay, well, what did I learn? You know, about yourself. Not about, take judgment out of it. Be an observer of the situation. Look at it. Talk to yourself like you, okay, so your child comes to you and says, oh my gosh, I had this relationship and I messed up and I did all this. What would you tell your child? Tell yourself that. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Give to yourself. Because every time you do that, you grow and you learn and you raise your vibrational level. And that means the next opportunity, the next person, there will be more growth. And it might be the one. It might be another learning experience. But it says a new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Follow it with faith. Dreams are coming true. And you're moving into the light. You are. You can get there. All right? You take care, Sagittarius. We'll talk soon. I look forward to it. Be sure to leave me a comment and we'll chat. When you leave a comment, it really helps us connect in energy. So do that. All right? Talk soon.